Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to those here at our materials office in Milano, and to those of you who are following us online. So I am particularly happy today to welcome and present the San Marco Group, and that is for two reasons. First of all, I'm really honored that a group that is so so strong in their know-how about water-based paints, like thinners, wall coverings, and coatings, and much more than that, has chosen materially to be a partner in this very interesting project. By the way, for those who do not know us, materially, well, first of all, I did not introduce myself. Haha. So my name is Chiara Daiquez, and I'm the president of Materially, which is a small consultancy agency who is focused on materials, sustainable, innovative, performative materials. I was saying that we're really honored to have this collaboration going on with San Marco Group on a project that is aimed at really finding a breakthrough, possibly solution for highly impacting materials. The second reason why I'm very happy also to be part of this project is that I find it extremely generous and courageous for a chemical group to be up for open innovation. I don't think that this approach is to be given for granted for these kind of industries that base their commercial value and their future on research. So being open to collaborations and insights from the outside world, really is for me a sign of a serious commitment towards the challenges about materials, environment, and ecological transition, the way we want to call it now. So I leave now the floor to the chairman and CEO of San Marco Group. Thank you very much, Pietro.
So good afternoon, everybody here in Milan. Good afternoon to all the people from the office, from house. We are a good big number of people. There are around 42 people registered to this project. So it's a first achievement of this kickoff today. And we have people from France, from Switzerland, from Netherlands, and also some people from the US. So it was a very good start, and it's a pleasure for me. And Alex and Beatrice asked me to give you a very short introduction of the company, of San Marco Group, and in particular with a view of sustainability. So what is sustainability for San Marco Group? And then, of course, we will go to the main topic related to the open innovation topic. So here we are. San Marco, of course, is a paint producer, and we produce paints and coatings for the building materials. It's a company. It's an Italian company based in with headquarters based in close to Venice, and it's a family history. The brand equity comes from a family history. So the founder started the company in 1937, is my great grandfather, and from the beginnings until today, all of the people working in the company aim to work for a more beautiful and sustainable world. So the solution, the product are related to make the houses, the residential housing and non-residential houses more beauty and more beautiful and more sustainable. Here there is a short video describing the values of the company. So, as we said, Smart Group is a paint producer. Our main market is the Italian market, and we have a multi-channel approach. So we have as a main distribution channel the professional retailers, but also we have contract. We work with the big boxes, and we have also e-commerce marketplace. So with a multi-channel approach, we try to reach different end consumers, which are both householders and also professional users. This is very important because our products needs to think about this type of target. This strategy is implemented by a multi-brand approach. So we have 6 brands with a different position to the market. And in Italy, we reached the position as a first Italian group in the Italian landscape. So Italy is the second biggest market in Europe after Germany, and for sure this is our point of start. One of our main assets for the future is for sure the international growth. So the company try to increase the presence in the international market, both because there are opportunities, but also because Italy is also a kind of risk to stay only in a unique country. And we try to aim the international markets with some niche products, some value-added products, and with a very big attention related to sustainability. This is Marina Bay Sands, which is a beautiful building in Singapore, which was painted around 10 years ago with some of our products, both exteriorly and interiorly. If you want some more information after during the question and answer, we can come back to this point. So very shortly, we have a footprint both in Italy with 4 production plants and 4 production plants in Europe, in Bosnia, Slovakia, Russia, and Norway. And as I said, it's a company that has 85 years old, but is very with a big attention to the future. The track record of the company is related with a smooth growth. So the company, also in a difficult periods of Italian economy and the worldwide economy, try to grow year by year with our own resources. And for sure, we rely a lot on our suppliers and our customers. What we produce, as I said, we produce solution for paintings and coatings for the building industry. we try to offer all the solution for the needs on the project. So from interiors, exterior products, thermal insulation system, floorings, decorative finishes, all the kinds of needs that an architect, a painters, or a point of sales shop require. And for sure, we are focusing a lot on sustainable paints, and with this beautiful effect, which is very important for the international users that are looking for our made in Italy style, no? The saper fare italiano, that we are very good with, no? Salone Mobile, Fuori Salone, all the interior design world. So these are our main, one of our main assets for the future, and these represent the materials. These are some reference that we would like to share with you. These are materials that represent some uniqueness with modern materials, also classic materials, and we applied these products in all around 100 countries. Of course, thanks to a very trained and skilled applicators. You can see also Estonia, Portugal. This is a beautiful canteen applied, but with a lime-based marmorino, a lime-based. There is some reference in Estonia, so it's a very valued added product, extremely representative, made in Italy, and with a very fashion approach. So this is a very short introduction of the company, and as we say, the sustainability is very crucial for us and for all the companies that want to stay in the market in the future. And we believe that sustainability must be part of the business plan of the company. So the core business, the growth of the company must be coherent, must be part of the sustainability plan. And sustainability is not recent in San Marco. We started R&D projects how many years ago, Giovanni? 15 years ago. But recently, in the last 3-4 years, we decided to have a more structured approach, starting with a mapping and add new projects, and in particular try to improve the communication. So we started in 2018 with a materiality matrix, una matrice di materialità, which is an exercise involving a big number of stakeholders, interior and exterior stakeholders. So we made some survey with employees, with customers, suppliers, probably some of you. We engaged also the board of directors, so different types of stakeholders, to understand which were the importance factor for these stakeholders, for the presence, but in particular for the future of relation to the company. And this was an important starting point, that we understood where we needed to put resources, timing, and attention. And from this starting point, we introduced to our communication and also to our approach to the sustainability to our stakeholders, the sustainability report. So this we started in 2019, and we finished the third sustainability report last year. And this is an important tool where we try to collect all the information, all the achievements of that specific year. And in particular, we try to put some goals, and try to communicate in a very transparent way to our stakeholders. This is very important because it's an exercise that push the company, and in particular all the people working in San Marco Group, to collect the data and to try to set also new goals, not only for the year, but also for a roadmap for the future. And an important difference to the future, to the past, was that San Marco Group didn't apply this approach only for environmental sustainability, which is one of our main aspect and that we will talk today, but also related to the social and to the governance. So a sustainability approach in 360 degrees totally. So we try to connect several numbers, and this approach try to analyze these three factors. So environmental factor, social factor, and governance factor. I'm just giving you some examples because we have a specific timetable with Alex and Beatrice and Anna. So, but just to give you our view for this sustainability approach. So let's start with social, people, and governance, and then move to our main topic, the sustainability, environmental sustainability. So speak about the people, social. We try to stay very close to our employees. So we start from employees as our main priority. And this is an example of 10 initiatives, 10 iniziative that we launched and we gave during the COVID period in 2020. And one of these, just to give an example, we provide a contribution for 110 tablet and laptop to our employees who had children in the school years. So this was a very helpful and practical help, because in that period in March 2020, nobody was ready to manage the lockdown, and also to manage children that had to follow lesson home. So this was a concrete initiative. Then we made last year a new agreement with all our employees in Italy. And just to give you some example, the agreement is related to a bonus per year around 4,000 euro per person, and it is interesting a news related that this bonus can increase if the person invest 40 hours of no-profit activity during the year to some local no-profit organization. So there is something, a positive circular approach that the company wants to give an attention to somebody who helped somebody else. So this is something positive for the community. Another aspect of this agreement is La Banca Ora Solidale. So it's a virtual bank for sharing extra holidays hours, because there are some colleagues that are needed for family issue more holidays, and somebody of us have a lot of holidays. lucky them. So this is a way to a democratic way to share holidays hours. Or another example is related to the target for the next year. This is a very challenging target, to become a no smoking company. So in all our 8 production plants, we would like that from next year nobody smoke. And we provide a psychologo, somebody can help this big change. This is tricky. This is not that easy. I don't smoke, but it's a big change. Or for example, we have a house in Marche, which is a beautiful region in Italy. It's apartment owned by the company, and this is free for all the employees to go on holidays for 1 week. Per year. Of course, there is a big request, so there is a management of this benefit. But this is some action that is related to people. And then there is the welfare. So this is an important project that my sister didn't mention. I have 2 beautiful sisters, Mariluce Marta is the CFO of company, Mariluce is the HR director, and this is a beautiful project of all the HR team that launched around 10 years ago to give people some help to increase the purchasing power and to get other service as a welfare. Around 88% of people in Samak Group adopted this welfare system. And then, of course, we implement several activities for the body, for the mind. These are some activities that we launched in the last 24 months, both online and offline. And there is a lot of activity related to training, not only professional training, but also ludic, also for fun. And then there is a big topic related also on sustainability, is for the gender topic. So today, 29% of the directors in the company are ladies, and for sure this is something that the company must continue to grow on this area. Even if we are a chemical company in an industry which is very related to the construction, but this is very, very important. And to understand if we are doing the right decision, take the right decisions, and to understand about also the changing of people, mainly with a new generation, we do a lot of survey to understand if how people are happy or maybe not, depending on several parameters. So to conclude this section, we have talked a lot about people, but one of our main stakeholder of San Marco Group is for sure suppliers, and this is something that is in our DNA, so it's something historical, but this is something that was very, very important in the last 3 years, that for the reason that you know. So in 2019, before the tsunami of shortage and price increase of our products in 2019, our colleague Nevio and all the team of Samak Group tried to engage directly our main suppliers with a conference in Venice, in a beautiful place. Somebody of you were present, and the main topic in that period was, of course, motivation, engagement, all the communication of our strategies, but one of our main topic was sustainability, because in the last 4 or 5 years the things were changing so much in our industry, and Samak Group really need a big help from the supplier. So it was a kind of call for solution to our suppliers. And of course we have talked also about some certification ethical approach with our suppliers. Then there is a big attention to our territory where we are present, where we get a lot of resources, a lot of talents, and we need to give back this contribution. So this was social sustainability. And then the second area is governance sustainability. The second area is related how the company must be managed to be present also in the next 5 and 50 years. And for sure, the governance is very important. So now we are a family-owned company, but as you know, this must be not a limit, but must be a plus. So we introduced in the last 10 years also independent board members in the board of directors that give us a lot of contributions. We adopt a regulation that in Italy is called 231 that forced to have some internal audit activity in some specific areas, or another example, to divide from a mental approach the family and the company. So there are two different entities. In the family, there is a democracy. No, with my sister, we needed to help each other. Here must be a meritocracy. And this is related also to a process of make the company more managerial, both with the internal and existing people, and also new people joining our group. All together with a very attention on the ethical approach to make a business, and this is important also to communicate the ethical approach to all the people working in Samarco Group. So in the first period that a new person joined the company, the person online received this ethical code to understand all the information of a company. So this is what we understand, what we think about sustainability. And of course, the third main pillar, so social governance, the third main pillar is environmental sustainability, which is the main topic that we would like to share with you, and we want to ask you an engagement for the next 4 months. So for sure, the main starting point is the climate change, and also all the regulation behind this. We started with the environmental certification ISO 14001 as a main drive. For sure, one of our area of improvement, because not everything is perfect, is related to the management of all the production plants, where we try to check the productivity in terms of use of water, CO2 emission, and also the waste. And here there are some areas where we would like to improve, and this is particularly important in the last 6 months, where there is a tsunami of cost of energy and gas. But one of our main projects that we are very proud is related to life cycle assessment. That is one of the first project that with the R&D team started around 12-15 years ago, is related to the measurement of CO2 across the life cycle of the product, and this was important as a starting point. And so in online, in our website, sanmarco.com, you can find, in addition to the safety sheet, you can find the environmental sheet of each product, where we summarize all the CV of a product from an environmental point of view. And this is important communication in a very transparent way to all the stakeholders, the householders, the architects, but also any type of clients. This is very important with all the certification. But for sure, this was the first starting point. Then we had to try to improve that number. In each can represent a number of CO2, and so every year the team of R&D, together with the team of purchasing, our suppliers, try to adopt actions to improve this number. Here some example. One main project that all the organization work with one of our main supplier, BSF, was related to the biomass utilization, which is the replacement of raw materials from fossil resources with materials coming from renewable resources as a biomass. And this is a project that, of course, is not finished. And thanks to this project, we gain important certification made in Germany, but used in several countries, called Red Cert 2. And this certification, together with other certification, like also the last important certification is the Indoor Comfort Gold that we got for several products. These are very important certifications that allowed us to participate to important international tenders or to enter in important markets like in China, or some projects that require some certification. So this is something that that you can touch and give to the company also the enthusiasm to continue to invest and to launch new projects. So we believe that sustainability is something that must make profit, must create value for the company. It's not something no profit. Of course, it's something that is important for the environment and for the future, but it's important that create value for the company and all the stakeholders of the company. Today, in 2021, in terms of kilos of paints, only 4% of our productions are based on solvent-based paints. So also this is an important achievement. There is, of course, there will be always a market related to these paints, but thanks to the work of a lot of years, so it's something starting from the history, we are happy that we reached this production. And another good result is related to the growth of use of recycled packaging that we started some years ago. This year we should reach around 70% of the total use of more or less plastic riciclata, recycled packaging, even if the price is not that competitive. So this is also a trade-off between sustainability and also business approach. But again, there are some satisfaction that comes from the market. This is another one, so something real concrete. This is an example that one of our customer, Leroy Merlin, it's a qualified customer that we started in 2020, so recently. To become a supplier of this important chain, you must pass a audit. It's a 3 days audit, that we had to pay, and it was not sure to pass because the strategy of Leroy Merlin is to reduce the number of suppliers and to have international or national suppliers that follow some specific requirements in terms of sustainability, in terms of social, and in terms of governance. And these are the three tables. Now you can't see properly, but it's related to the health and safety, the forced labor, the water use. So they ask us a lot of information. And there are some critical area, not that critical, but we gave a B, which is not that bad. But overall, the result was very, very good. And this is something that give us that happiness to continue to work. So it's the perfect time. For the next step, we have already some projects going on. For sure, we want to increase the use of recycled packaging. We would like to use some recycled raw materials as well. So some materials, some components that we can use in formulation of some existing products. There are some possibility for even a growth for a water-based solution. So our R&D is very, very focused to launch new products with water-based products. And of course, another project for the next year is related to scale up in other coatings and paints, the biomass technology. But for sure, we are here for a call for solution to look for new ideas, new solutions related related to components, technologies, and materials that can help us to get an innovative and sustainable solution to our clients. So this is our main topic that now Alex, Beatrice, and Anna, Beatrice, Alex will describe you and will answer to your questions. I have a last slide for you. So this is a motivation slide. This is me last year when I finished the Ironman 70-30, and it's something that was a goal to pass my limits and my personal also fears. No, I don't have so much time like you. I like eating, so I'm not that thin, but no, there are always some new challenge that we would like to face. And the message here is that everyone, I think, in Sama Group and all our main suppliers, and also this beautiful innovative startup, I think all of us want to go behind your and our fears and the limits. So this is something that we are looking for in this project, also to break the normal rule of our industry, as a blue ocean strategy approach. So this is the message that we would like to have as a fil rouge for today and also for the next 4 months with our colleagues. Thank you very much. Thanks to everybody also online. And now Anna is ready to continue. Grazie.
Okay, thank you. Where am I supposed to stay? Where am I supposed to stay? It's here. Okay. Okay, so can you please change the presentation for me? Okay, welcome everybody again. My name is Anna Pellizzari, and I manage the consulting team of Materially. We are collaborating with San Marco, basically in the scouting of potential new solutions, besides organizing all the contest. And I would like here to introduce to you and to the participants that are following us online the content of this contest, how it works, and what you are supposed to do to be part of it. So the first thing is how to interact. So we, for the question and answers, I would like to use this QR code. I will also re-show it right before the question and answers time. But you can connect now, and I would suggest particularly the people that are online to use this tool to type your questions during the presentation. I guess that there may be answers that you may have, so you can just type your questions, and then in the end our Beatrice will will read them all and we will see them all together.
So we need to take a picture now.
Yes, now and or also later, but I would suggest it to do it now. Are you okay? Can I go on? Clearly, those online can also type on the chat, but it's better to use this. So all the questions will be together, and if there are some that are similar, Beatrice will filter them and combine them into one question only. So the subject of this call for solution. Clearly, we are. Oh dear. Okay. So we will go on anyway, despite this, this visualization that's not perfect. So the call is aimed at subjects of companies, that can provide solutions that can involve different components, such as fillers, binders, pigments or bleaches, additives, or technologies that reduce the environmental impact of product. What we mean by environmental impact, we will explain a little bit more later. So some examples of solutions. These are just examples, of course. So applicants may have also different things. Like an example could be raw materials and components that contribute to the reduction in weight. Weight, for instance, is an example. Reducing weight may mean saving energy in transport, for instance, or solutions that may reduce the quantity of material used, keeping the same performance. So you may need to use less material and save raw materials in the end. Another example could be components with bio-based or recycled content. Other examples could be a solution that would reduce VOCs or other potentially harmful components like titanium dioxide or other VOC that could be developed from the paint. I would try to understand whether there is a way to solve this. Yeah, can we hold on 2 minutes? Maybe we can just save a PDF. Okay. Ask and you will be given the answer. Okay, excellent. So, okay, we spoke about this already. Okay, other examples here may be solutions that contribute to carbon neutrality. This means that the supplier may have done some LCA or may have, even if we are talking about startups, let's say roughly estimates that the solution may contribute to the reduction of the carbon footprint. Other examples could be technologies for recycling or reducing the waste of paints and varnishes. So in this case, there may be technologies involved and not just necessarily components. And other technologies could be helping this reduce waste in any of the life cycle stages. So not just disposal, but also production or application. Typically, paint would dry out very quickly, or if it stays in buckets for a long time. So any solutions that may help keeping and let's say elongating the life expectancy of paint could be interesting as well. And another examples could be solutions that help reducing impact not of the paint itself, but of the system where the paint is applied. So for instance, solutions for reducing heat island effects or any type of other ideas that applicants may have. Who can participate? We divided the call in 2 different groups. Clearly, we cannot compare startups with well-established companies. So we decided to go with 2 different also ways of evaluating the proposals. So clearly, we have 2 groups of solutions. One is emerging solutions. These may have technology readiness level that's below 10 or 9. And in this case, we target startups, university spin-offs, even small companies, research centers, with solutions that have at least a technology readiness level of 6. which means not at study level, that they may have at least some demonstration of validity. The second group addresses well-established companies with ready-made solutions, which doesn't mean necessarily that the technologies are available shelf. They may be available even in the longer term, but still we are talking about solutions that have, let's say, an industrial background, at least in terms of companies proposing it. And in this case, the target are companies producing solutions that are either already available on the market in a large or even small scale, as I said, like, for instance, something that's in the lab, but it's for the forecast to be produced in a large scale. Evaluation criteria. Of course, we have several reward aspects. The first clearly is sustainability aspects. What do we mean by that? We made some examples before, but generally speaking, we aimed at reducing the environmental impact in either formulation or production or application, use and disposal of the product, in the form of reduction of the overall carbon footprint of the product or system to which it is applied, as I mentioned before. We may have also solutions that would help the system, so the building basically where the paint is applied. And also another aspect could be the reduction of potentially polluting agents or the reduction of certain chemical components that are considered slightly controversial or critical, like titanium dioxide and VOCs in general. The second aspect, of course, is the degree of the solution innovativeness. So is it a solution that has been used already by San Marco in the past or not? Is it something new? And that will be also considered. The third aspect is the degree of technology development. So let's say that if we have two solutions that are similar, clearly, if the solution is more advanced in terms of technological development, that would be preferred. The fourth aspect is ease of implementation. Clearly, this is partly in contradiction with the degree of innovativeness, because the more innovative and the more difficult to implement into a regular production. So this will be done also not in a quantitative way. There will not be points that will be assigned with a shared scale. It will be an overall evaluation, but these are criteria that are useful for those that want to apply to understand what the contest is about. The fifth aspect is the impact, of course, compared to overall component use. So if we have a super sustainable, incredibly interesting solution that is applied to 0.5% of the formulation, yeah, that's interesting, but it may be less interesting that a solution that is in a flat consideration less with a lower improvement, but that is applied on 90% of the production or of the product. Then we have, of course, productive availability. So whether the company has an established or the possibility of produce certain quantities. And this is particularly true for the second group, clearly, not for the emerging solutions. And then price. Price will be, we will see then, Alex will go through the form to be filled. Price is not a mandatory information, clearly, if price is available, or at least an idea of prospect price, that could be interesting. So this is the last, of course, of the criteria, but still can be something interesting to know, at least whether the price has been developed already, particularly for the emerging solutions. As I said before, there will be a jury with several jury members from San Marco, from Materially, and with an external coordinator. And the jury will consider all the different aspects that we've seen before, and in the end, set a chart. And the more interesting solutions will be the one that will pass to the final stage. And how to participate? To participate, it is sufficient, which is not that easy, to be a registered company and to be the owner of one or more solutions. If you have more than one, that's fine. You can also apply with 2 different solutions, meeting the criteria that have been listed before. So if you have nothing interesting, please do not even take the time to fill the form. The application in practical terms is made by filling the form that will be described later on. It's very easy. There are very few fields to be filled, and it's mostly pre-filled with some drop-down menus, so it's really easy and not time-consuming. I will then explain all the different steps of how the contest is organized. At the first stage, so the application stage, there will be no request of any sensitive information concerning secrets or anything that's concerning special formulation or anything that's covered by some non-disclosure, potentially non-disclosure agreement, which will be in case considered in the second step. Here we also add the link, especially for those that are following us online. And this presentation will be available and sent to all those that participated today, both online and physically here today. So that you can just click on the link and find the page with all the directions, and the form is at the bottom. Everything okay? Okay. Okay. The timeline. So the first step, okay, the first step is the event today. So we are at the very beginning of this process. Today we will also open the possibility to apply. So the form is physically available on the page starting from today, and it will close in 1 month. So participants will have 1 month to fill the form. But this will be only the first step. And it will be basically a sort of registration of ideas. So as I said before, the information that will be asked at this first stage are very basic. And those will help San Marco team to select those applications that are at least eligible. So the first screening will be made on eligibility. So are you eligible or not? And also on some, let's say, overall interest of the proposal. So if the proposal is something that San Marco is being using for ages and it's no news to them, then it will not pass the second stage. All the solutions that will pass the second stage, okay, this first pre-selection will be done in a couple of weeks. So let's from November the 6th until November 19, more or less. And at that stage, all that the companies and solutions that have been selected will receive an email to inform them that their solution has been selected for the next step. The third step is validation, and this is the more complex, I would say, step, where all the selected companies will be contacted and there will be conversation one-to-one between the San Marco team and the applicant. And in this stage, there will be for each solutions and each type of participant, which can be a startup or an established company or a small company. And the ways of proceeding with the evaluation, tests, potential agreements, NDAs, legals, and whatever will be done one-to-one with each of the selected participants. So there is no, how can I say, preset way of handling this phase that's good for anyone, because there will be completely different realities, completely different proposals and different companies. So for each of them, there will be different ways to handle the solution and to evaluate it based on the solution, on the size of the company, on the availability of the solution, etc. So this is the longest way, no? And in this phase, all the tests will be done, or at least preliminary tests will be done to have a better insight on the validity, on the real innovativeness of the solution by San Marco team. So we expect this phase to be closed by the first week of February, where there will be the jury will take place, and all the solutions will be ranked, let's say, based on the criteria that we've seen before. And the jury member will meet and discuss all the possible solutions, and in the end, basically rank them from the most suitable to the least suitable. In terms of numbers of final awards, I would say. The expected awards range from 1 per group to 3 per group. So depending on what we receive, there can be 1 awarded or 1 to 3 per each group. And finally, there will be an awarding ceremony, which has been, let's say, set for, let's say, the 3rd week of February. The dates can vary, of course. February is like 4 months from now, 4 or 5 months from now. So there may be some adjustments to the dates, but generally speaking, the idea is to close the project with the end of February with this awarding ceremony, which will take place here in Milan, not in this place, but at Design Tech Hub, which is a hub, as the name calls it, that's focusing on design and innovation, and that is located within the Mind area, which is in the former Expo 2015 fairgrounds. Now that area is being transformed with a lot of new factories, of new services, mostly focusing on innovation in several areas. And Design Tech Hub is one of these places that's focusing on design innovation. And so we forecast to have the final presentation there. Why participating? Clearly, there can be different reasons. And the first one is opening or continuing a relationship with the San Marco Group, For the emerging solutions, there will also be some technical support on behalf of San Marco, namely making tests, for instance, or having their solution validated in a specific field of application, which is something that's really important for companies that are developing new technologies and new materials, having let's say, tangible field where to apply them, and also having a feedback from companies whether their solution is suitable or not, having it measured, tested, and also having feedbacks, goods or bads, on their material or technical solutions applied to a specific field. And then clearly there is an advantage in terms of communication. So this is one event, but there has been some communications that has been focusing on this specific event. But in these following months, from here to the final event, there will be also other activities that will promote this initiative. And at the end, those that will be awarded will also receive some visibility thanks to the efforts that San Marco Group will put into place to communicate the initiatives and the relationship with these suppliers. Okay, we will go a little bit more in depth into the form here, and I will ask Alex to explain. So I will pass you. Okay. Yeah, 1 minute. Okay. So thank you very much, and welcome, Alex. Thank you very much.
Okay. So good afternoon to all. I'm Alex, and I'm a chemist of the R&D department of San Marco Group. Now I'll show you to fill in the form to apply your solution. Okay. First of all, you can select the drop-down menu and insert if you are a company or a startup, and then you have some space to fill in where you indicate your business name, email address, and phone number. And then you select the category of your applications. So select category A if it is an emerging solutions, and its target is for the startups and the university. And we are thinking about solutions with the technology readiness level of 6 or upper. And you can select the category B for the ready-made solutions. Then there is a section where you can describe the solutions applying. So select the type of your solution. We have fill in filler, binder, pigment, whitener, additive, technology, or you can select other if your solution is different from the previous ones. Then we have reported some space where you can put inside the name of solutions with using keywords. And then we have reserved 2 spaces where you can describe the solutions and give a particular focus on its environmental impact. So we will ask you to indicate the kind of work that this solution could have, and we have individuated the reduction of the overweight of product, reduction product amounts for the same performance, bio-based content, recycled content, titanium dioxide substitution, VOC reduction, supply chain traceability, and quality of living. After that, you have to indicate the level of development of the proposed solution and the choice from already used in wall coverant products, already testing potential application for wall coverings, used in other applications or tested in other applications. After that, indicate if your solution is patent or not, or in a pending stage. We ask you if it is possible to receive some samples. And we ask you some information about the production. So what is the amount of total production per year? The price, if it is not available to know the price, please indicate 000. And then you have to insert the country where you product this solution. And if you have some other information such as technical data sheet or safety data sheet, please attach it. You can upload only one files. PDF is preferred, and then you can upload. So at least you have to tick all the 4 boxes with the policy, privacy policy, code ethics, the regulation of the application, and a particular section of rules, and then you can submit all your application, and me and Beatrice, we will see your material. So if you have some questions, please do not hesitate to write in the Slido. And you can find this form in the San Marco Group website in the sustainability section. It is reported also in the communication and invitation that you have just received, or for the present in the postcard that you have inside the bag. So I think that we can leave some minutes to.
Yeah, maybe just show the next one with the, okay, just 1 minute.
Okay.
This is important if we have questions later.
Yeah, we take 2 minutes because we have technical problems, and then we go to the question and answer session. So in this time, you can think about what you want to ask.
I just want to add something. The description, I forgot to, okay, where is it? Ah, state operando. Ah, okay. Okay, in the free text spaces, the description, that's very important. It's the only area where you will need to describe your solution to make it, so you have 1,000 characters max, which means that you should be you should describe the solution in a very short way and make it effective in a way that it is understandable and the benefit is particularly clear to those that will read. Okay, clearly, those who will read the form know very well what we are talking about, so it will not be difficult for them to understand, but still that's the space where let's say that's the most challenging, I would say, a space, and most important for those who will apply to describe their solution. Okay.
Okay, Okay, wait 2 minutes. I think that we are ready to go. Okay. So we have already received some question. Now I am going to answer it. First of all, okay, it's possible to apply for different aspects. That is an interesting question. Yes, you can apply for different aspects, but the most important thing is that you don't apply with the same solution into different categories. I mean, if you have a solution, you cannot apply both for emerging solution and ready-made solution. But if you have 2 different products or more, you can apply for every product that you have. We will be glad to test everything that we receive, so that's fine. Then, what do you mean with emerging solution? So yeah, we have already said it. Emerging solution for us are all that kind of solution that comes with a lower TRL. That means technology readiness level. That also means what is the level of development of this technology. So if you are a university or a startup and you have a solution that is not ready for the market, but is already tested like in a pilot scale, we are glad to receive it under the emerging solution. If you are a company or like a big industry and you already have a product on the market, it's a ready-made solution. But maybe if you are a big company with a product that is not on the market, but you are going to test it and is not ready, emerging solution. So then, do you have any contribution on LCA for the raw material composition of your paint? Yes, we have inside our R&D team a group that works on LCA, life cycle assessment, and we are very proud of their work because they are from 10 for 15 years working on it. So yes, we have the contribution of some raw materials and also the contribution of the process and of the waste, like reprocess. So we are able to make a comparative LCA. Obviously, this will be the final step because it's a huge amount of work, but we have the software and the tools to calculate the LCA. Then, how must be the final output? An idea in a slide or a ready-to-use tested product? So in this in this step of the call for solution, when you just apply in the form, you can submit only a slide if you want, but obviously you have to have something to send us then, because obviously, first of all, we are going to evaluate all the solutions submitted in the form, but then we will call you one-to-one for having more information and maybe like having a sample to test. So yes, as Anna has already said, it's important that in this step you make clear what is your solution and why it could be important, but then we are going to test it in the lab scale, so obviously we will need something more. Then, if the company wins the competition, there will be the possibility to cooperate with San Marco Group on the project. Yes, we will cooperate not only if the company wins, but maybe we have to make NDA and some other contracts in the evaluation phase. I mean, when you send us a sample and we make the test, we can collaborate on it to see what we see. Like, okay, we have these results. It's similar to what you have seen in your lab, what we can do. So all these kind of steps will be proceed through the time. So with the winning solution, we will proceed further. But maybe we have a intermediate step with also other suppliers and solution. Can a presentation be uploaded? I think yes, but PDF file is better, not PPT, because I think it's lighter. So yeah, we will receive everything, but I think that a PPT is not okay, but you can for sure upload a PDF. Then I have a lot of questions. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I think that I have answered to all of them. If anyone has something else to say, I'm here to.
Live, any question live? Mauricio.
I think it's okay. And also, as already said, me and Alex, and also this email, we will answer. So you have now a month to apply. I hope that we will see a lot of solution in that form. Yeah. I think that is your choice. If you want to like say my product people and then people make this kind of environmental thought, it's okay. But if maybe people it's a register name and you don't want to like let us know it, you can like say everything else. I mean, in this phase, we ask you to not put in the form sensible information because we are not able, obviously, to make an NDA with you in this kind of submission. So it's your choice. So that's all. Thank you very much. And let's see each other from the end of this project. Thank you.
Forgot one slide.
Yes.
Right. So let's see whether we can recover it. Just go back with this. Does it work?
Probably I jumped a slide.
Okay, so let's go back. But he knows everything by heart. So okay, let's go. Okay. Samples. Yes. Okay. This was it. Yeah. Yeah. We okay.
Would like to receive a lot of samples. So yes, say physical samples, and we ask you to if you are available to ship us a sample, and if it is possible, please select, or if you have any limitation, fill in the form, please. Okay.
And the samples will not be required for the application. Okay, this is just, they will be required in the second step after the pre-selection. So these questions means, are you available to send samples in case you are selected? Which can be either yes or yes, but for a fee, so I will need to be paid for it. Yes, but with possible quantity limitations. So I have just a few. I don't know, a small startup, and I have just developed, I don't know, 1 kilo max or whatever, or no. I may just have some ideas or some very limited quantity, and in that case, that will be also considered in the evaluation. So if you have not even a sample available, either you have a super interesting solution, otherwise it's quite difficult. Okay, so but this is quite important to know also. To your yes, definitely, yeah, to your headquarters, and but this will be agreed after that in the so-called fase istruttoria or validation phase, where all the selected solutions will be contacted directly by San Marco, and there will be conversations, etc. So that will be very easy and smooth.
Well, I might have missed it, but what are the prizes? I mean, the award at the end is like having that solution be applied. Okay, so that's the award, because I think that was not. Okay, because it was set prices, and so it was confusing.
I speak very loud normally. Okay.
There is other questions?
Other questions? So since we have like 20 minutes, half an hour before the aperitivo arrives, I would like to explain you a little bit more of where you are and what all these materials are about and how you can browse them if you wish. So as Materially, we are partners of Material Connection, which is a library, let's say a consulting company, but a library of innovative materials, of which here you have a sample. I would say this database contains more than 10,000 materials, and that are divided into 8 main groups: polymers, naturals, glasses, metals, cement-based, carbon-based, ceramics, and processes. So for instance, there you will have all the processes. You will see the difference, the different groups by color. So the green are the naturals, for instance, the pink are polymers, etc. This database is accessible with a subscription. But here we have a showcase of the physical samples that can be used typically for design projects. So the way that this database of materials can be browsed is either online, so by accessing with an account a digital database, or physically by visiting the different showrooms that are in the various places where Material Connection Library is available. So here in New York, of course, and then in other maybe 5 or 6 places in the world. I'm not listing all of them because they are much less convenient to reach. So if you are interested to have a look at them, and if there are some materials that attracts your interest and you want to know more about them, just let us know. So please feel free to take a look and to browse and ask for additional information in case you need them. Okay? Yes. Yeah. So thank you for all those who participated online. And again, if you have any type of questions or doubts or whatever, please feel free to write to the email. You will all receive this presentation in PDF format. So you will have, in case there is something that's not clear enough, just ask. Okay? So thank you again.